Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while in a row scale Central Railroad, but I just turned the mouse cruiser off and start to play like itself once again. And of course, my computer got anything a little bit worse, but although that I'm still in Windows 10 because I don't have any budget still, but you still remember for this profile as appropriate as well, and pretty good at looking around here for some sort of like we have to start. So I'm absolutely continue to go for as well. The total amount of like anything as well is $86,000 and anything as well. Probably almost 2,000 is from the status. So the UI updates everywhere as possible, but looks like even that 10 to 20 cars that is absolutely for 10 more to go, which is completely updated and which is completely updated as well, but I just realized we turn here for smaller and becoming turned back up into the normal size, and which is the UI has been completely updated earlier for this day, and the map has just absolutely finally updated as well. Some sort of like this. The map of this situation isn't gonna be look like anywhere, but not anywhere like these. So the mountain was probably look like this before, as I'm not gonna be expecting to do this. There's a coal mine all the way down here into the forest. There's the desert. It was a little bit small. As you can see, there must be the lighthouse over here. And there's the harbor. And over here for some kind of like anything as well. There's the city right over here. It's not going to be headed over here as well. As you're going to be spawning some trains, the UI has been updated like anything as well. So you're gonna be using for like anything as well instead of like anything as well. So I'm gonna be using a Royal Hudson or nothing like as well. So I'm gonna be going for the Sierra Railroad or the liner A3. So I'm probably going to find something as well. The Furnace K2, which is probably a British locomotive, and I'm probably sure that we're still able to be using for a Frisco Disapod. So I just recorded this train since Halloween, but well, I didn't actually post it for this video as well. That unfortunately, this video isn't a little bit perfect, but a little bit very wow. And I'm just gonna be added for some kind of trains. So the new movie pass could be like anywhere as well, and there must be for extra game passes as well, and there must be anime pass for some kind of like any for the 4 trains could be for anything as well. The Galaxy Railways, there must be Thomas Pass that completely updates like anywhere as well. So I'm gonna be using a freight passengers like anything as well. So I'm gonna be using a black wagon. Nope. That's going for the gondola as well for some sort of like this. So I'm not going to start around within these freights. And what about the box car that I just gonna be added some sort of train? There's 1 and 2. So looks like that must be for 2 cars on the way. It's gonna be coupled up. And the livestock car that I just going to be added for some sort of like this. 4 of them as well. There's 6 one. And the uranium military box as well. The skeleton car or like anything as well. The van cargo. No, I'm not going to be using the van car. So, what should I just try to do itself? Refrigerator. And that must be going to be one thing overall. Instead of using for some kind of caboose, we're probably getting in so much trouble for only one thing. So I don't want to use the boxcar like anything as well. And I don't want to go anywhere as possible that I just try to find out. So the hopper cars, I'm probably sure, and could be like anywhere is to pick up coals. And that is it. So the train should be ready in a moment, as I'm gonna be using for some kind of like the performance power. And using the train is the number 630. So where should I call that? So I already connected the train. So the DCC address, wouldn't believe like I just tried to say so. Is it going to work? It definitely goes to work as well. So I wouldn't able to be small like whenever it does not able to be fitting me inside of here. So I have to be small, and let's just get into the train. And we're not able to be wasting for that time as well. Sometimes the acceleration and anything like this could be extremely slow, but I just ran over myself into a train. So I just going to be riding on to in front of the train, and I'm inside of the train's cab, and the whistle. It sounds a little bit pretty the same as for some kind of the previous updates, and the bell, it's not gonna be for like the same as well. Same as the old times. Let's get into it as well as fast as we could, that we're going to be get there into the town, and I'm gonna be running on the go. I make sure I turn the volume down because some trains that pitch of like those things is completely loud. Turns out the train goes fast around 115 miles an hour or something, and headed right towards like this thing as well. So before we're gonna be headed into the night as fast as possible like we could, we're gonna be trying to slow down and not heading towards to the desert right immediately as well. So right for the first going right as well, it leads to the mountain. But of course, we're going somewhere to the city, not anything as well. So, headed towards past the bacon factory, we do not slow down by itself, and we wouldn't able to be stopping on time as well. If there's something on board that I just try to do this, I don't want to start my own job as well. Sometimes I was still unemployed. Well, there must be some kind of bacons over here that just picked up. And we're headed towards to city as well, that I'm not gonna be going for like whenever it does. So, it hits towards to the night, and looks like we wouldn't able to be arriving on time. It sounds pretty loud as well, as we're going to be heading on to full speed over 115 miles an hour, more like 115 kilometers an hour. So, we're gonna be headed inside of the cab. There must be for some kind of modes, whatever it does. So, I'm gonna be switching right over here. And we're going to be inside of the cab view, but it was pretty loud as well. You see that it was pretty loud inside of the cab, whenever that I just try to find out as well. In front of you for some kind of like this, would it be so necessary as well? So the oh no! I just definitely switching into the wrong direction. Oh gosh, I'm just absolutely heading towards the wrong direction. But I'm not even possible even the total amount of deliveries would be so... I'm nothing that I just gotta be exporting within these two of them. Well, I'm gonna be exporting around of those bacons. So I wasn't able to be stopping the train as well. So this is absolutely that where I just start the mistake. So I'm gonna be headed right on time. Oh gosh, thank goodness around here for some sort of like this. Whatever that I just going to be completely to say, I'm just trying to find out myself. But looks like we're going to be switching towards into other here. So, I don't really think there must be a new place to find out that where the railroads are going to be expanded though. So looks like we're into the country station and arrive on time as well for some sort of like this. There's the alien space flyer that you've seen them around, including for other kinds of spaceships over here, like anything as well. And especially there must be abandoned like over here. So you've seen that spaceship over here, but I definitely remember when I was back in years ago that the barn and tractors and harvesters have left off anyway, as I'm not probably very sure. So looks like whatever that is going to be for headed the roads out as well. So the train is absolutely going to be running towards like into the city. So the train is heading towards into the city as fast as possible. That I'm not going to be find something what I just not going to do. We're not going to be derailed like anything as well. So I probably unlocked everything. So let's just stop and try to find out as well. So we're probably stopping right here, and this is where the old map looked like as well. So I better try to stop over here. I do not think that it leads to the city, but definitely the map has just changed into something else. I don't really think this is going to be for round as well. Wait a second, I better go into the discover this as fast as possible before I'm gonna be headed towards into the city at once. So don't worry about here. We'll be arriving at the morning. So it's just gonna be fine, but I'm not pretty sure that I'll be okay for this. So I'm still riding on the train as well. As you can see, the moon is setting down so fast, but I'm not gonna be pretty seeing this out. So let's just discover for its new way first. So I wouldn't believe like whenever it does. So let's see in the front tab over here. So it's definitely loud as well. So it's completely louder, by the way. I wonder that it leads to the camp, whatever, or some kind of a local village that I just probably even just saw this. Whenever that I just going to be a full halt of this train, because I have lead into the island of something else that I'm not gonna be totally like I just probably wanted to say. So looks like I have totally amount of deliveries as well. So the sun might going to came up for just a little bit sooner. I'm gonna be going around of the island itself when I just discovered this. I definitely going absolutely heading back for themselves to do so. But I'm not gonna be telling you why for some kind of a little bit faster that I just going to want to be as well. So the sun is gonna be coming up in a little bit of moment as well. So the train's motion was kind of bad. So at least it rolls on for a little bit for one thing as well. But better off it that I just not gonna be finding out as well before I hear an earthquake overall. So there must be a sharp corner, which the train might gonna derail in a moment. I don't really think the whole train might gonna be derailed for some sort of a little bit of same time as well. So I won't going to be slowed down for just a little bit of moment. So it's gonna be getting a little bit fast over here. Sometimes I'm gonna be headed around for like over here. So the freight train is gonna be getting a little bit of a ride over here. I won't go to the mountain, of course, unless I just making a video for over 15 minutes straight. So looks like we're probably headed towards into the camp, like for the pre-residential area of some sort of like this. And will not think this is not a campsite over here. It's the independent village or something. And I'm not gonna be totally what I just gonna be actually saw this. But they're making something a little bit big. It's not for some kind of the village or some kind of like this. It was the big farm that I just seen this earlier in the day. And the crops like this would be like even for just like the same as well. So there are the residentials like this or not. There are probably for some kind of a little bit of an office as well. So these trains could be taken all the way down into something as well. So I'm already headed around as well. But looks like the map as well for some sort of like here to be saw like this. So this have leads into some kind of the fields that after the update that we just already seen this as well. So I'm going to be headed back into the city on time. But unfortunately it was late in the morning what I just actually trying to find out. So what I just gonna be headed trying to do is overpass the city and headed back home as early as I possibly to do. So I'm going to be completely quick stop at this thing as well. It's not going to be a little bit faster as well for some sort of like I just think away for just one thing as possible. So I'm gonna be delivering the passengers still that I just gonna be wanted to do. I got 197,000. Nope. But I'm not sure. This is absolutely that I just done. I got 1970 passengers for the total amount of deliveries. And I still got nothing to do left with this. So, the passenger cars have just finally arrived at the city. But this train station has completely updated into something big. Whoa, this is absolutely pretty big as well. That I just definitely going to be for some sort of like that one. So, even though that wouldn't be able to be for such as a little bit nice. How nice of this station look like as well. This train station is beautifully big as well, but something it was still a little bit of lack of design yet for some kind of like this, but still good for just a good experience for something as well. And passes the coal for the city power plant, and passing the power plant as well. Sometimes I'm still headed around on the go as well. And there is no straight line whatsoever, but nothing anymore like this thing happens. So looks like we're headed towards into the lumberjack. We couldn't able to be stopped to pick up, but looks like I overpassed the one itself. But looks like it's absolutely passing through some sort of like this. So I'm not going to the mountains sometimes yet, but I wouldn't able to go to the mountains yet. So maybe next time that we're going to be headed out to the mountains soon, and probably wouldn't able to be seeing the kingdom as well, until we're gonna be arrive at for some kind of the Grand Central Station, what it was. I totally forgot to turn the graphics low, and looks like it's absolutely going to be even running better as well. So I just going to be turning to the delete mode as well, but I probably sure that we have been arrived at the station at the bottom of the time as well. So picking the last of the passengers and probably arrive for the one more time, even though this is not going to be even for one thing of course as well. So this is not the last thing that I just totally have, because I eventually have $88,000, $88,500, like I probably should, to do this as well. So nothing about the team as well, and oh my gosh, we crashed into another train, and we crashed right behind of the New York Central locomotive as well. Sometimes that it wasn't going to be a little bit even good. How Idiot has absolutely did this for something as well. So I might get to be headed out for some kind of upgrades as well. So the total amount of upgrades won't be infinite as well. Sometimes that we're going to be almost there for 2 more to go as well. So thankfully that the train will be arriving a little bit shortly by the end of this video, so that I'm going to be headed towards to the station. As for one more time, I'm not very sure that I'm just going to be trying to find out. So looks like, I'm not very sure that I just headed towards into the place where I just absolutely left off at the station. But looks like we're going to be stopping on time, and we're going to be saying this for the outro way, but I'm not sure that we're going to be saying to the end of the video. So it looks like even that the train did something a little bit for even worse that I'm not going to be trying to say around here. So I'm going to be making a full stop overall and rapidly slowing down around the train that I just not going to be thinking as possible. What I just going to be trying to find out as well. So that will be it for sometimes as well, and headed towards like to get things a little bit even slower, and down to 26 to 24. I probably that I just going to be transforming into a high-speed train that I just going to be even more faster than I just never thought for. I'm just going to be trying to do so. So there are many trains out there to choose, and whatever that I just going to be jump off the train as fast as possible and turn the size back to normal. How's that easy for a little bit for one thing as well? So the link is gonna be in the description below, and you can check it out for this game for many times as well. But hopefully that the game may not taken down, but in the future that subject could be able to be changed for something, even for the unknown reasons. So thanks for watching and for all your support, and I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll talk to you rail fanners and mini lads all later. And I guess I just put down the DCC controller off. And you can see the New York Hudson is absolutely passing through, by the way. So, thanks again, mini lads, and have a nice day. And it's absolutely over 15 minutes of this video that the train completely disappears. Or something like I just probably to do.